Yes, madam.
Yeah, please, Your Lordship. I have one urgency. GMC has logged my premises. So that for that I have to file one IA application. Because by this honorable court, I was allowed to convert the premises to commercial premises within 3 months. But I have given my paper to one engineer, but his father has suffered with some cancer. So due to this miscommunication, 3 months has elapsed. So GMC has come and locked my premises. So I want to get it urgent listing to get the extension of time as well as opening the commercial.
When
premises.
Monday?
Beg your lordship.
Monday.
Hey, please, Your Lordship. Therefore, listing of a rate petition for withdrawal on Monday, Your Lordship. Highly obliged.
I beg to mention, Lordship, item number 20, with the consent of petitioner, Lordship. I have some personal difficulty to relate, only for the day, Lordship. Maybe Monday.
Item number 20 to be listed again on 8th of December 2024.
If it might please Your Lordship, I would like to mention and
No, 9th of December.
if it may please Your Lordship, I would like to mention an item for listing in an addition on Your Lordship.
Well,
As per Your Lordship's convenience. It's an urgent matter. It's related to demarcation of the land.
4th of December.
Photo display. Much obliged, Your Lordship.
May please, Your Lordship, with the concern of other side, Lordship, I beg to mention supplementary item number 25. In this matter, Lordship, I am paying 2 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition.
Yes, what do you want?
25, Lordship, supplementary item number 25. I am paying
27,
25, Lordship.
25. Yes, what do you want?
Lordship, I am paying 2 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition.
In stay,
Lordship,
any interim orders
Lordship. 2 weeks time.
for filing affidavit in
Affidavit
opposition? No, we'll see when the matter is.
In a please, Your Lordship, I beg to make a mention for listing of a matter in the admission column.
4th of December.
May it please Your Lordship, Lordship, item number 27, Your Lordship has directed on the last occasion to file affidavit in opposition. We have filed that affidavit. We just request the court master to do. Much obliged, Your Lordship.
Lordship, I beg to mention item number 7. Matter may be taken after 2 weeks, Lordship.
Number 7. At the request listed after 2 weeks.
Obliged, Lordship.
My Lord, in respect to item number 12, my Lord, on affidavit has been filed by the my Lord other side, my Lord. Let it be, my Lord, on record, my Lord. Requisition. I will submit the requisition, let it be on record. my Lord. Yes.
Promotion item 1.
Clause 4. It's your date, one.
Yes.
My Lord will kindly, in fact, my friend has been kind enough to give me a copy as well. The Lordship will find that the date of this advisory is 18/9/24.
No, prior to that, it is on 5th of April 2020. See the next one.
Okay.
So you have to get it done through them.
But it is only a mere procedural thing because if your
So
lordship
mayor
see-
procedural also, let it be done through them.
I don't have any problem because even as per their SOP that if your lordship will have a look, man,
That is a 17 minute.
that is a standard operating procedure which is yet to be amended. If your lordship kindly comes to page 3,
Hmm.
clause 7.
Hmm.
DGR will be the nodal office to forward names of officers and RSBs will be the nodal office to forward names of GCS. So this is how
Then they have changed it.
they have now changed. In that
Is-
case, your lordship will issue a direction that whatever procedure, because this is beyond, not in my hands.
No, this is not, but this is been done by the same person, same rank.
Well,
I don't know, one man can sponsor his name for two outlets. Now to say one.
আমাদের procedure follow করবো, let the application be but considered in accordance with the procedure, because this is not in my hands. Who nominates and who sends my name?
No, it has to be routed through them, no?
Yes,
Yes, madam.
Isn't it to be routed through them? Kindly see 18/9/2024.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
April, so and so, DGR communicated to AMC that henceforth nominations for DGR sponsored candidates shall be advised by DGR Delhi itself, and nomination received from so and so should not be considered. Advice from DGR industry is required to henceforth consider nominations only from so and so. Now, how, what is the procedure of nomination?
We are seeking nomination from the,
You are taking it,
Yes, ma'am.
but how, what is the procedure of nomination? Yes,
and it has to
you
be.
will know.
Confirmation notice, let me take the inspection notice.
By 5
Huh?
I have to take inspection to that regard.
But it is by 5 minutes. It is in the.
No, no, that I know.
Yes, sir.
But how is the petitioner going to get it nominated? So there is some method involved.
We are seeking names from the RSB, madam. Then whatever names they have suggested, madam, we're taking them, madam. Now it is to be, get through DGR, madam.
DGR. How will he get it routed through the DGR? That is, he will.
Yes, yes,
Only through the DGR it will go.
yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Yes, how?
as per their own SOP, RSB has to forward it to the DGR and DGR will, in terms of the SOP, because this advisory does not indicate the procedure. In terms of the SOP, it has to go to the DGR. DGR will then approve and then RSB will directly again. If your lordship again takes up that SOP for a moment. Page 5. How the JCOs are to be considered is at clause 9, page 5.
But this is not your prayer. What they have done, as per issuing this 111, DGR is also further advised us to cancel all nomination. We have received your nominations through so and so. You above and advised by director so and so, your application for so and so is hereby cancelled. So this is being cancelled. So now it has to be routed through them. So you have to ask for a writ, either from them, that it should be when the RSB should place it before the DGR.
My difficulty was when we filed the writ petition, even as on today, the procedure prescribed in their website is what we have annexed. Even today, if we click on their link, the procedure that I had placed, but if your lordship will kindly come to page 33.
Mr. Chaudhary, the question of issuance of a notice for dispute is not a problem. I can very well issue a notice. But it is not going to help you at a
Exactly,
later point of time.
I'm in a very difficult situation.
So under such a, why don't you come up with this thing that in view of this letter, the RSB should be directed to issue the year to them. Because without that being done, I may issue a notice. Later on, you may miss the bus.
Exactly, that. And we were totally unaware till they came up with this one.
So therefore, why don't you either amend your writ petition or file a fresh one.
Yes, sir.
Because tomorrow you will be in, I can issue a notice. I can't state this thing. Nothing can be done because of that notice, this document, nothing can be done because that is their policy decision.
Now the,
Unless that is not done, that is the problem.
in fact, Bharat, this is the first time we are seeing this advisory. We asked for it, they never furnished it to us. So I think it will be best if you
One
file a.
good thing is that filing a writ
I am
petition,
providing
you
you.
got this document.
Direction to RSB to forward.
Withdraw the writ petition.
Yes.
I grant you the leave. Taking into account this, you may pass, you file a fresh one.
Yes,
I think this is the better option.
that way a direction can be issued to RSB to forward.
Because with the direction, then you have filed your application, they have nominated it, so this has to be brought to the DGR. So then the DGR can be put to here, somewhere. Mr. I. Chaudhary, the learned senior counsel, appearing assisted by so and so, B. Chaudhary. Appearing on behalf of the petitioners. Petitioner submitted that in view of the communication dated 5/4/2024, as well as the minutes dated 18/9/2024, which has been placed during the course of the hearing, the petitioner would be well advised to withdraw the instant with petition and refile by seeking appropriate reliefs. Taking into account the above, the instant writ petition stands closed on withdrawal. However, the petitioner is given the liberty to, however, the withdrawal of the instant writ petition shall not preclude the petitioner to approach, to refile, challenging and seeking appropriate reliefs on the basis of the communication dated 5/4/2024, as well as the minutes dated 18/9/2023.
Right.
The said documents which was placed, the said documents being the communication dated 5/4/2024 and the minutes dated 18/9/2024 are kept on record and marked with the letter X and Y respectively. So because of this, it will be easier now.
Yes.
Item 2.
Wait,
What is this?
the matter pertains to non-payment of dues, with regard to requisitioning of a
On
vehicle.
payment of dues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Issue notice
For all.
and so appears and appear by within 3 days. Issue notice making it returnable on 5th of February 2025. আৰু এইটো দি দিব এইটো কিমান পইচা পায় অৰ্ডাৰটো আছে আৰু তলত সেইটো লিখি দিব they will file the reply. Order.
3.
Yes, Mr. Pathak.
My prayer is very small here, Miller. I am having my fishery, your lordship also interfered once when it was cancelled, extended term. Now this SDC, Miller, circular officer, he is asking me to appear before him on 16 Miller. And to hand over possession of the, what position he will give Miller? Base 50 Miller, annex 7, J. And
Boundary settlement. Boundary settlement. It is not fishery handle, fishery settlement.
no, I'm not saying about fishery settlement.
Fishery handing over, not possession of handing. It is only boundary.
Boundary has been settled, my lord, pursuant to High Court a long time back. I'm in peaceful possession. They handed over possession to me, my lord. Then what is the use of again giving possession? Unless they want to change something, my lord, that will cause hardship to me, my lord. My settlement period will be over in 26. another 2 years.
Where is the High Court's order?
High Court order, my lord, we have not annexed.
Then?
But. So, this. 2015, no? That took place, my lord. Next second.
So you were handed over the possession when?
Page 20.
Page?
850 lordship.
You were handed over the possession in 2015.
Yes.
For how many years?
No, extended term was for 2 years, my lord. Recently, I came before Lordship earlier. When they extended my term to recoup my loss, they said I have recouped my loss, so cancel your Lordship interfered. So there is no question of handing over any position. I am enjoying it, my lord.
No, no. A fishery is settled for how many years? 7 years.
Earlier it was, my lord, then I could not run the fishery because of boundaries and others. Then it was extended, which will end in 2026. For 2 years, it was extended.
When it was extended?
24 months.
Lordship, kindly go to page number 50. Only 2 persons who are being called. Page number 50.
Page number?
50. Notice, Lordship. He was not being called. He was only asked to be present on that day while handing over position to the reduced fishery. Two fisheries.
To take over position of the boundary.
Page 50.
Lordship has seen that.
Secretary Mean Mahal Samway Committee, Jangsana Mean Mahal Samway, right?
Regarding boundary settlement.
Regarding boundary settlement.
Oh, 1611 is already over. Then what remains here?
We filed it earlier, my lord, because listed.
But what remains here today?
Nothing.
My only prayer, my lord, they should not disturb my boundary.
Already.
But how do I know that your position has not been disturbed? Because this happened on 1611. We are in 23rd.
1611, nothing has happened.
611, 611.
611, nah? No.
No,
It is 1611.
1611, yes.
The hearing dated on 1611 at 9 PM is handed over so and so. Now show me that you have a right over the fishery somehow. Where is it? And why, what is your boundary? This is what. You are in 19 Brahmaputra.
Yes. But 3A. Page 32, Lordship will see.
You are 19 Brahmaputra part 3A, Mats Mahal. Today,
So 19.
East, Kumagaon, West, Ransford, North, Ransford, Kumagaon. So as per the register which you maintain a register as per the fishery rules. 100%.
Circular check. Maintain, right?
No, whoever it is maintains the rules.
Yes.
You have a fishery, you maintain a register
That's right.
as per section rule 2. So in the rule 2 register, you will have the length and breadth of the fishery,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes. Actually, sometimes, yes, it is there.
So if you are having the length and breadth, the circle officer will act on the basis of the length and breadth and give whatever it is.
Sometimes what happened was due to siltation or something, due to the, when two fisheries are adjacent, lordship, sometimes some dispute arises. Practical reasons, lordship. There is two fisheries, then fixing the boundary, some problem, practical problem arises, though there is a water.
So, my lord, let there be a notice, let him produce the record, my lord, the circle officer, what has been done. I am not
Already
pressing for
over.
any interim direction, my lord.
We'll issue a notice.
Yes.
Notice. Making it returnable on when?
After 4 weeks.
Huh?
4 weeks, lordship.
Why? In the matter, he is not asking for an interim, doesn't mean that you will ask whatever you feel like. Issue notice making it returnable on 2nd of December.
No, not 2nd on December.
Why? Do you have something? Okay, 28/11. 1 week.
No, lordship, then okay. First week of
29/11.
December. First week of December, lordship.
2nd of December 2024. I'm not asking you much. I'm only asking the 2nd of December 2024. Mr. P. Sharma appears on behalf of the respondent number 1, 2, 3, 4,
5 and 6 and
the so appears for respondent number 5 and 6.
Regarding that.
Mr. Pathak, why have you made 7 a party?
Because we are adjacent, Milord, they have, my apprehension is that, Milord, they want to change my boundary and some portion will be handed over to them. That is the only apprehension, because there is a lot of disputes going on. And ultimately, High Court interfered, Milord, and government settled the dispute.
But the area is not being mentioned. It is they who will be knowing as per the register of fisheries.
No, the fishery, Milord, this boundary is mentioned by the government.
Understood the boundary. That is why it is said the boundary doesn't seem to be, the boundary is at page 44.
Let them say what it, otherwise,
Okay, we have it on 16th then. 16th of December. Making it returnable on 16th of December, because otherwise I can't serve it with 7. As the respondent number 1 to 6 are duly represented, extra copies of the petition be served upon them during the course of the day. As regards the respondent number 7, the petitioner is directed to take steps by way of registered as well as usual. In addition to that, the petitioner is also given the liberty to take effect service upon the respondent number 7 by way of dusty routed through the registry of this court and file an affidavit on service on or before the next date. The case of the petitioner herein is that pursuant to orders passed by this court, the fishery in question, with the fishery being Brahmaputra Part 3, March 3,
a small, Samavai,
the fishery in question, that is 19 Brahmaputra Part 3A, bracket A, fishery, under Majuli Revenue Circle was handed over to the petitioner on 22/2/2024. Thereupon, the petitioner has been enjoying the peaceful possession of the fishery. However, all of a sudden, the circle officer, Jorhat West Revenue Circle, had issued a notice to the petitioner on 6/11/2024 to be present on 16/11/2024 for handing over the
they call
for
boundary.
handing over the possession of some boundary to the respondent number 7. The petitioner herein is aggrieved by the fact that the petitioner was handed over the possession and there is no dispute as regards the boundary. The respondents herein, more particularly, the respondent number, more particularly the fishery department of the government of Assam, as well as the circle officer, who is the respondent number 6, are directed to place before this court the instructions on the basis of which such actions have been taken. List accordingly.
Item 4,
Like that.
What is this?
Happy, your lordship.
I do want.
By this writ petition, the petitioner challenged the validity of the letter, annexure F, lordship, where the petitioner's eligibility certificate was rejected, lordship.
Yes, why?
Only basically 3 grounds, lordship. Basically 3 grounds, lordship. Annexure F, page 69, lordship.
Yes.
In third para, your lordship, it may be mentioned here that the ascertain the category of the unit was stated by Commissioner of Tax Assam filed letter dated such and such, and also to find out the eligible fixed capital investment, the unit needs to be physically verified as per the policy guidelines. Accordingly, the official of the corporation carried out the physical inspection and found that unit has been closed down. And all the plant and machinery of the unit has been found rusty and deteriorated condition. Therefore, the matter was placed in the 14th meeting of the SLC of the medium and large unit for grant of eligibility certificate under Industrial and Investment Policy of Assam 2014 for discussion and decision on your proposal of the SLC in the said meeting directed AIDC to close the eligibility certificate proposal, Lordship.
You are asking for eligibility certificate.
Yes,
That was rejected.
yes, rejected, Lordship.
Why?
Three grounds that when they investigated our industry, our industry was closed.
Eligibility under what provision?
Assam Industrial Investment Policy of Assam,
When?
2014.
2014. And in 2022, when they found out, it was in rusty condition.
Yes, Lordship.
Then?
At that moment,
Why didn't you apply for the eligibility then?
I have applied, Lordship, in 2000.
When did you apply?
2017, Lordship.
Then? 2017, you
Yes, Lord.
applied.
Yes, Lordship. Para number 3, page number 9, Lordship. In my writ petition, Lordship.
So you have closed down your manufacturing unit.
At that time, Corona pandemic was there, Lordship, and
Corona pandemic came in 2020.
no, Lordship, at 2022, Lordship. At that
No.
time,
You issue notice. Is it the fit case for issuance of notice?
Yes, losses can be issued.
So here's the case. Here's the case.
Lordship,
Has to be examined.
examine, Lordship. I have to get instruction and see the result.
No, what was stopping him? He is asking from 2014. He is asking on for the purpose of exemption, means eligibility certificate for expansion. Expansion carried out.
Diversification and substantial expansion.
Expansion, modernization and diversification. Issue notice making it returnable on 19th of February 2024, 25. Mr. Equalita appears on behalf of the respondent number one only,
Only one.
and Mr. State level committee
State level committee.
and 1 and 5.
Correct.
Mr. B. Chaudhary. Your voice is better now? Mr. B. Chaudhary appears on behalf of the respondent number 4. No AIDC council?
AIDC, they have a standing council.
but
Again,
I have supply copy, but there's
Who is he?
also their name is not shown. Their name is not shown, Lordship.
Who is AIDC council?
Surojit Das. Surojit Das.
I will
Shall. As the respondent numbers 1, 4, and 5 are duly represented by their respective councils, extra copies of the writ petition be served upon them within 3 days. Insofar as the respondent number 2 and 3, it has been mentioned that there is a standing council of the Assam Industrial Development Corporation, namely Sri Surojit Das. The petitioner is directed to serve extra copies of the writ petition upon him during the course of within 3 days. The registry shall also indicate in the cause list the name of Mr. Surojit Das as standing counsel of the AIDC. The case of the petitioner hearing is that the petitioner, pursuant to the Industrial and Investment Policy of Assam 2014, carried out expansion modernization and diversification of its industrial unit in the year 2017 and accordingly applied for the eligibility certificate. The said eligibility certificate, however, have been rejected by the respondents on the ground of a physical verification being carried out in the year 2022. The petitioner have therefore assailed the communications by which the benefit of the industrial policy have been deprived to the petitioner. So the respondents are directed to bring on record their stand by filing the affidavit on or before the next day.
Please.
Item 5,
Maintainability of the petition is kept open on the ground of delay and laches.
The matter pertains to non-payment of bills.
What?
Non-payment of bill.
Non-payment. Okay. Issue notice making it returnable on 19th of February 2025. बाकी की नहीं लिखी दी। Mr. Chaudhary, you are appearing for all?
6.
I love. Huh? Yes.
What my lord has been allotted to ask, my lord. In fact, my lord, they could not give the block, my lord, here. What can be done on the block is given. Railway is to be, so, my lord, because then ultimately, my lord, I have done many work, they could not give the block. What was done with it? Then, my lord, there was measurement, my lord, for the joint measurement was for the variation, my lord. I was called for the variation. If you also see, my lord, the later, my lord, that page 115. This was asked, then I said that we have done it expertly, not in my pages. So I submitted a request. Then the officer, my lord,
Yes.
so final variation has been done, my lord. The officer was called, my lord, from Hariri, and it was done, my lord, and they have submitted the report. My lord, the same officer, my lord, called the officer and done the final variation. We have submitted the bill, my lord, according to the variation, my lord. He by one letter, my lord, he has rejected without anything. Okay, 143. I do not know, they have done their self, my lord. in their application.
Arbitration is not there?
My lord,
Arbitration.
no, arbitration, my lord, this is different, my lord, because so far termination is concerned, there is
Probably in the variation part, also arbitration clause is not there, not there variation part also.
Huh?
There in variation part, arbitration clause is not there.
Not there. So what is there?
So, otherwise, variation loss is, my lord, may kindly 143 loss. They have not annexed the whole agreement loss. Otherwise, that part can be reflected. 143 loss. Last page, my lord.
With respect to the above subject matter, it is informed that the concerned field units have certified that the final bill and final revision earlier prepared remains unchanged.
Already it was also verified measurement was done by the authority also. And
In view of the above, it is advised to attend this office for signature on the final bill, MB, filing variation and other related documents immediately. May please be noted that failing the above,
Well, decision
such
on-
decision will be taken against so and so. Over. Then what happened after 16-8?
well, 68, my lord, we have approached them, my lord, but then nothing has been done.
What happened on 16-8? You went there.
I waited for them. I waited, we approached them, my lord.
When?
My lord,
There's nothing of,
no, but I
after
believe, my lord, we have
16-8,
approached
there is
them.
nothing.
nothing is
I
there.
believe we have approached them, my lord, it's about 16, 8, 2024, my lord.
You are challenging this document.
Yes,
Then Did you go there? Did you protest that this variation is wrong?
Well, I believe we have.
After this, or what is this verbally business?
I believe we have.
How can this court look into this variation?
Well, your lawsuit see, well, they themselves, if your lawsuit see, well, the officer has done at page 122, my lord.
That is not there.
That-
The first is,
entire thing
after
has been like that.
16A, what is the next course of action you have done? Did you go there or not? How can this court look into
Yes,
these
sir.
aspects? And if no arbitration, civil suit.
If you approve the authority, otherwise there, as per the, nothing is there.
Well, yeah, of course, my lord, actually, 142,
Verbally can't help.
my lord, 142, we have given the, my lord.
No verbally, Mr. Chair. Sorry. Next week, try your luck. Otherwise, this is a case of dismissal in my hands.
My lord.
Please some other judge may come. Please the matter, Mr. G.N. Simon, the learned counsel submits that he may be given some opportunity to look into the matter. List this matter again on 27/11/2020.
Supplementary item 21.
What is this?
Your lordship, petitioner is one of the patadas of a plot of land situated at Boragaon, Guwahati, 33. The traffic police from Gorsok PS have been illegally parking the seized vehicle, both two-wheelers and four-wheelers, without any authorization for the last many years. The petitioner had approached the concerned police station, and his objections in writing were not accepted by the police authorities. So your lordship, my humble prayers that to remove the seized vehicle from the petitioner's land.
What?
To remove the seized vehicle from the petitioner's land.
Only that, not beyond that. No 20 lakhs compensation. Only limited to this only. I'm issuing notice only limited to this for removing the vehicle. If it is found that the land belongs to you, they cannot do so. That is it. And as regards the others, nothing. They will verify where you are also the circle officer. The circle officer is there. Government.
Officer is not.
Who should I direct to verify? You want the Director General of Police or the Commissioner of Police or the officer in charge of the lordship to see as to whether this land is yours or not? No.
Yes.
Last 20 years, why did you wake up so late?
Your lordship, petitioner had approached, but they had not accepted the.
You approached on 4/7/2024.
That was the first time they had received that representation.
Earlier,
Earlier, they were not accepted by the police authorities. So that's right. Yeah. It was on annexure 2, page number 11, lordship, the first.
issue notice making it returnable on 28/11/2024. Ms. Yuda, the learned additional senior government advocate. 29/11, huh? 29/11. Ms. Yuda, the learned additional advocate, senior government advocate, accepts notice on behalf of the respondent of 1 to 4. The case of the petitioner herein is that the petitioners are the owners of a plot of land at measuring 3 kathas. What is this type of land you are mentioning? You don't know which katha comes earlier or bigha comes earlier?
Your lordship, it is
3 katha, 2 bighas. What is this item?
a typical typographical error, lordship.
There can be typographical error once, not twice.
My apologies.
accepts notice on behalf of all the respondents. The case of the petitioner herein is the petitioner is the owner of, listeners are the owner of a plot of land at measuring 3 bighas, 2 kathas, 5 lechas, covered by Dag number, covered by Dag numbers 488, 489, 490, and 499 of Patta number 122 of village of village East Boragaon. Under the Guwahati under the Jalukbari Moja, under Moja Jalukbari in the district of Kamrup, Assam. It is the case of the petitioners that the officer in charge of the Gorsuk police station have been parking seized vehicles in the land belonging to the petitioner, and in spite of representations being submitted, nothing has been done for which the petitioner has approached this court. Ms. Yudas, the learned additional senior government advocate shall obtain instructions as regards the veracity of the statements made in the petition and read and place before this court the instructions on the next page. 2911, madam,
29.
just get it. Yes, what is this?
Please, my lord, before coming to the in order, the lord may come to page 16. Page 16 is the order of the learned single judge. And the operative part is at page 24. There's para 18, the last part, page 24.
Then
Then accordingly, we made an application before the authorities. At page 27 is the speaking order, Annex 3.
what is wrong?
My lord,
What is wrong? What is wrong?
no, my lord, in the speaking order, no cogent reasons have been given.
Huh?
If my lord comes to the, as a this petition as a whole, we had a contract for a period of 2 years. What they did, when we went to the work site, they did not let us enter. They said, no, we'll use our own workers, not your workers. That they have violated the terms of the agreement as per 2.2.1. So the learned single judge came to the finding that it is them who had stopped us from performing our contract. We could not go into the work site. So the order was in our favor. They specifically restrained the respondent not to prevent us from entering with our own people. Now, since the contract was for 2 years, I could not even begin my work. It is due to them that my side of the performance of the contract could not be done. So now they are not denying us the full 2 years of the contract. Only 6 months they are giving us, as if they're doing us some charity.
Then
My lord, we are entitled to have work for the full 2 years the contract term, because we lose money this way. We have paid money for it. The amount is 2.8 crores, my lord. It's a huge amount for me.
what is the contract for?
The contract for running catering service and maintaining the BGR guest house at 6 Mile, Guwahati. Remember, Indian Oil Corporation.
You paid money.
Earnest money I have paid as per the contract. That's why I was allotted the work.
And?
Now, when I go to the work site, they say, no, you cannot enter with your men. they've unilaterally changed the whole contract themselves. So the learned single judge,
So isn't it a case of a breach of a contract? By writ proceedings?
my lord, they have it is a state instrumentality. They have to work within the purview of reasonableness. They have to adhere to the principle of natural.
File suit for breach of contract.
No, my lord,
This type of litigation.
the learned single judge, and they have not, the IOC
You are
have not
lucky in the
handled
earlier round of litigation.
the IOC
Yes,
has.
you are not there for IOC. Who are you? There's some appeal filed by somebody?
By another, these contractual workers who belong to them, for whom we had not been allowed to enter the work site, they are a third party. They have gone to the appellate bench, division bench, challenging this order, and not the IOC. Interesting.
And there is no stay.
The honorable division bench heard the matter 2 times, and they were not even inclined to, the lordships are not inclined to issue notice.
Then?
The matter is again coming up next week.
Let's see what is the direction issued by the civil judge.
Starts from page 14. At page 18, para 5, it starts at para 5, relevant question.
But page 24, paragraph 17. In view of the aforesaid facts and circumstances, this court is of the opinion that a case for interfering is made out. Accordingly, the termination order dated is interfered with. Consequently, the respondent refinery is directed to allow the petitioner to complete the contractual liabilities in terms with the work order dated 29/3/2020.
That is for a period of 2 years.
Where is that work order?
Worker is not here, my lord. Worker is not here, my lord. We'll file
This is
an
the
additional
most
affidavit
important
and
thing.
annex the work order.
Yeah.
Work order says 2 years.
No, it says 2 years or till so-and-so.
2 years, my lord. 2 full years. From
Where is the work
23
order?
from 23 May to 25 May, April, end of April. It's 2 years. Page 18, para 5 is self-explanatory.
Where? No work order.
Page 17, para 3.
They say as per the work order may have stated only till 2024, 2020.
25 May.
Then that is why
25, my lord.
go
And-
file a contempt.
No, my lord, they have asked them to
Let the
consider.
writ petition be there, go file a contempt.
My lord, they've just asked them to consider. And they have considered, but they've given me 6 months. Now, my lord, at page
The
17,
contract
para
was
3,
for 2 years.
2 years.
And because of the issue involved, the petitioner could not discharge. The petitioner would be at liberty to file application for allowing to discharge the functions for the full term. And in case such application is made, the same would be considered by the respondent refinery in accordance with law and by passing a speaking order. Now, what is the reason they are assigning that for 2 years they are only limiting
No
it to
reasons, my lord.
this?
Only they say that the rest of the 6 months remaining until April 2025, they're going to allow us to work.
issue notice making it returnable on. What is the urgency? Your junior mentioned it matter to yesterday.
What has happened is that, my lord, the time is going by. This is the order dated 6/9, my lord.
Why did you wake up so late?
No, no, my lord, we wrote to them as per the direction of the Honorable Learned Single Judge. We wrote to them, then they replied to us.
Notice making it returnable on 16th of December 2024. The response is directed to take steps upon the respondent number 125 by way of registered post along with AD as well as usual process within 3 days. In addition to that, the petitioner is also given the liberty to take steps by way of dusty routed through the registry of this court and file an affidavit of service on or before the next date. The case of the petitioner herein is that the petitioner was issued a contract on was issued a work order on 29/3/2023 for providing catering and other services in the BGR Guwahati Guest House and Office Complex for a period of 2 years from the date of handing over of the site. As the service, as the handing over and as the respondents failed to provide, did not hand over, and subsequently terminated the contract on 6/11/2023. The petitioner filed a writ petition before this court challenging the said termination by that is WPC number, which have been registered and numbered as WPC number 3804/2023.
That is the earlier, it is subsequent is 6/9, madam.
What?
And the subsequent, against the termination is 6596. Writ petition 659. There were two writ petitions. One before the termination, not to terminate. In the meantime, they terminated, and subsequently, my lord, 6596 of
Being WPC number 3804/2023 and 6596/2023. Both these writ petitions were disposed of by the judgment dated 6/9/2024 by the coordinate bench of this court, wherein it was held, with the following observations. Was the paragraph 17 and 18 of the said judgment being relevant is reproduced herein under. Pursuant to the said observations, the petitioner submitted an application and had submitted an application in terms with the liberty so provided, requesting the respondents to allow the petitioner the full term for which the contract was awarded to the petitioner. However, by the speaking order dated 22/10/2024, the respondent passed a speaking order. However, by the speaking order dated 22/10/2024, the respondent, though agreed to hand over the site for hand over the site, but limited the period only up to 30/4/2025. That too, making it subject to the outcome of a writ appeal filed by the private respondents in the writ petitions. In private respondents. They were not private respondents.
They were private respondents.
No, their names are not there here. Okay.
They had filed an impleadment. They were not made parties earlier.
Writ appeal, subject to the outcome of a writ appeal filed by one Sri Dilip Kumar Sharma and others. The learned senior counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner drawing the attention of this court to paragraph 17 and 18 of the judgment dated 6/9/2024 submitted that this court categorically mentioned that the speaking order should be passed, which should also take into account that take into account that the learned senior counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner submitted that a perusal of paragraph number 18, directions passed in perusal of the directions passed in the order dated 6/9/2024 would show that this court had categorically permitted the petitioner to file an application for allowing to discharge the functions for the full term, that is 2 years. However, without assigning any reasons. However, by the impugn order, without assigning any reasons, the contract period was truncated only up to 30/4/2025. It is under such circumstances, this court therefore sought under such circumstances, the learned senior counsel therefore submits that the said order dated 26/9/2024 suffers from 22/10/2024 suffers from complete non-application of mine. The respondents are directed to bring on record the stand by filing the affidavit on or before the next day.
Obliged, madam.
23,
But Mr. Sharma, you have no case. That is the only case you have.
May it please your lordship, my lord. My lord, here, my lord, building permission, my lord. The
2%
GMD has
right,
already
yeah,
granted the
right.
building permission. Now again, my lord, lordship has already clarified this matter. That for residential purpose, my lord, that no forest royalty can be claimed as a condition for grant of permission. My lord, I have enclosed these two judgment as well as lordship just last order. My lord, at page 44. My lord, GMDA has
Where is my
already
judgment?
cleared. My application is page 18, my lord.
Where is my judgment?
Yes.
This one.
Page 30.
Oh, yes. I
Please
said that they cannot. give-
Judgment, yes, my lord. Judgment is also I enclosed. My lord, page 30 is the judgment. And directly if lordship come to para 19, my lord. That in communication whereby the scope was enlarged of amendment act, my lord, page 42, para 19, my lord. 2022 was set aside. And thereby declared, my lord, that for residential construction, GMC cannot claim royalty from the private individual for residential construction. And subsequent thereto also, my lord, judgment passed, my lord. Order passed.
This one,
Yes.
you want this order,
Yeah, my 44 will, page 44, annexure 7 will suffice, my lord.
page 46.
Yes, yes. My file number, lordship, page 18.
And plot number,
My lord.
In fact, Mr. Gogoi, if you see, in view of section 15 of the MMDR Act, you cannot ask from anybody else.
Thank you.
It is categorically given there.
Yes.
With respect of other things, you cannot. And in fact, if you see 5.2 or 16.2 or everything, the basic idea is whoever works for the state, because there is a huge problem. The state works, state employ gives contracts. And for that, you give certain leases to the state.
Right.
Temporary leases, 5. You give some leases to the state. Now, when you give some leases to the state, then the state has to collect from somewhere. So therefore, you have 5.2, 5.3, and therefore, however, there is no specific mention in 5.1, 5.2 as regards the urban bodies. Therefore, I interpreted it, urban bodies comes out here. So this order at page 46 you want.
My
So
lord,
you-
my, plot
you-
details is
No,
based-
no, Mr. Gaur. You kindly help him
Yes, definitely.
and give the details in terms of paragraph number 3 of that order.
My lord.
Okay?
Sure.
Remaining we'll take care of.
Problem.
Disposed.
Obliged.
For admission, item 8.
Because that thing I have set aside that minus.
Already
Nothing
said this,
in
my
it.
lord.
Yes, what is this?
Instruction was called for, madam, and they have not produced the instruction, madam, that's what, madam.
I have received the instruction, Malad, the record is not traced out, Malad, by the circle officer.
Petitioner is aggrieved due to non-payment of compensation against the acquisition of land which according to the petitioner he purchased by way of Iman. Then
My lord,
who has taken your land?
the government acquired my land. And given
Acquisition done.
acquisition done. And the compensation.
With
is given to
reference to
some
that,
other
I have
person,
the
madam.
honor to state that the office of the so-and-so was relocated and being the integrated office during the process of.
Next,
You have the LA number,
1 of 2007.
acquisition under what process?
LA number, I don't know. LA is, my, it is written, madam, in para 7, my lord, of the affidavit.
Para?
7 of the affidavit in opposition, page 54, madam.
7 of the affidavit in opposition. Local officer, what does he say? He was rejected by me subsequently. He won. Hello? Now what to do?
No, my lord, the person, my lord, who has filed his affidavit, he may call personally, my lord.
My lord.
Because, my lord, after he has filed his affidavit, my lord, I file RTI application. And in the RTI application, they clearly state there is no such record has been found. But,
Because of Malad shifting of office, Malad.
but here he mentioned that,
2007 LA case.
but.
What were you doing all this while? And filing the requisition in two thousand
No, no,
twenty,
my lord, we
obviously
have
they
filed
lose the,
earlier also, we have approached earlier also.
then what
Yeah.
happened?
That in the year 2010, requisition was filed,
It's
And-
23.
then.
Ms. Yudas, the learned additional senior government advocate, seeks for some time for obtaining instructions in the matter, taking into account the communication dated 21/11/2024. This matter again on,
FIR has been lost, my lord. The next page is the FIR, my lord, because they could not trace it out, my lord. And so,
madam, that day, 506 bighas of land
lordship,
I have given back to a person concerned on the basis that they say that we have lost.
lordship.
Without acquisition, otherwise you have to pay.
My lord, if it petition is there, my lord, land like LA 1 of 2007 is, my lord, already, and a compensation has already been paid. Your lordship will see the page 34. Along with others, my lord, they formed an, association, Samstha,
What is the name of the petitioner?
my lord, Harmohan Nath.
Harmohan Nath.
His name,
Harmohan Nath, he got for 3,9 lakhs as reported by so and so, and the land compensation was paid to Konok Nath. Konok Nath is who?
Madam, this is the person to whom the
Is-
land compensation was given, madam.
my lord.
Then, wait.
Madam, I'm telling. I was granted the mutation, madam. After I purchased the land, the mutation was granted in.
So the land compensation was given to somebody
Ah,
else,
yes. That's
not
the-
to you.
not-
Then
Even
why
that-
are you filing a writ?
No, madam, that is why, madam. We have stated that on what basis they have. cancelled my
No,
claim.
this is not the question out here. If you are person interested, you should have filed an 18.
No, madam,
You
here,
should have filed an 18. Why didn't you file an 18?
no, actually record was never provided to us.
No, forget about that. You came to know about this, file an 18. Why should this court look into all these things?
In the year 13, this is the
No,
letter
no,
dated
nothing doing,
2013,
nothing
my lord.
doing. This is a case for dismissal.
No, madam, here, madam, I'm just explaining, madam.
Don't
My
trouble
muta-
the
madam,
government.
I'm only explaining, madam. The mutation was granted in my favor, madam.
So what?
No, no. The
I'm
job
not,
is for me to
Mr. Chaudhary, I'm not concerned with all these things. You know that it was paid to somebody else.
be- That you mentioned.
So from the date you have knowledge, you should have filed therefore a reference. That I should actually be entitled, it was paid to somebody else. Then the court will have decided that. Why on earth you have come in the year 2020?
No, because whatever document we have sought, madam, they will never.
Is this matter again on? I defer the dismissal today to 16th of December.
Maybe other my colleagues will appear.
What?
My lord, 16.
Okay, we have it earlier. Somebody else may not dismiss it. Okay, have it on 11th of December. List this matter again on 11th of December. Where a question arises there.
16.
What business you have? Why haven't you done this? Anyways, 11.
He had knowledge about my lord,
No case.
my lord, 13, and now my
This case should have been
lord, Konok
dismissed.
Nath is also party.
If
here.
I was there, I wouldn't have issued notice.
Item 9.
This must have happened like today. There was a motion matter, no? Where both the council said, no, issue notice. The respondent council says issue notice. Yes, Mr. Sinha.
Yes, my lord. Here, my lord, what happened, my lord, the petitioner has inherited his land of predecessor
Ah,
in the year 1967.
ah.
Meanwhile, someone has, there's one Raju Devi has sold the land without any registration in collision with circle officer, my lord.
Ah.
Circle officer. Then this inquiry has been made, and those mutation of those private persons were also, my lord, cancelled. Till now, my lord, I have not been get the possession, my lord. Your lordship will find.
What happened?
In collision circle officer, my lord, without having any registration, they are sold it, my lord. In collision with one Raju Devi, my lord, has sold away my land to some other private persons and mutated those land in favor of those private persons who are established 6 and 7, my lord. In the meantime, my lord, the complaint has been made, and moreover, those lands are in tribal block, my lord. And complaint has been made, so inquiry has been made, and accordingly, those mutation has been cancelled, my lord, and my name has been restored, my lord. But the possession, my lord, till date I did not, the deputy commissioner did not, my lord, give the position, my lord, to me.
Why will the deputy commissioner give you the position?
Because he has taken, circle officer has, my lord, illegally he has given position to those private persons. my
How?
lord. By this mutation, my lord.
Did the circle officer sell it as circle officer or by the ABCD name?
ABCD, Raju
ABCD
Devi,
name, then it is a private dispute.
no, my lord. Just listen, my lord. Raju Devi has got entered the name of private persons in place of my name, my lord. A mutation has been done by the circle officer. Mutation has been cancelled, my lord.
Understood. Everything is understood. How do you take over possession?
Because the revenue authorities have given the position to a private person, not
How?
this by mutation, my lord.
Mutation, nobody gives possession. Mutation is only for the recording of the right.
Yes, recording of
the
right,
names.
of
Then
course, my lord, but
For,
by, by
for the
virtue of
purpose of revenue purpose.
by virtue of mutation, they have, those pilots have taken over the position, my lord.
How? How?
By
Means,
virtue of mutation,
means
because I was not there.
having been there, been practice for so many years in the civil side also, I don't understand.
No, no.
How is it possible that
No.
with mutation,
No, no,
possession can be given?
because my lord, your lordship, the
A
revenue.
possession can be recognized, but the possession cannot be given. There is a difference.
No, because the amount of revenue,
Please this matter on 11th of December before
of like,
2000. You don't have a case.
Application, I was directed to produce instructions, your lordship, from the revenue department. I have received the instruction, your lordship, may kindly have a look.
Okay, produce this before any other day. On 11th. No case. 11th is what? 11th.
11 of December.
How possession can be given?
Item 10 and 11.
Yes, Mr.
The lordship may kindly look into the last order dated 12/8/2024.
12/8,
Number
2024.
1212 of 2023.
Where?
There are two connected cases. Your lordship may kindly look at WBC number 1212 of 2023.
I passed a long order. Yes.
Yes, before that, your lordship's order is there also.
They sing. Was directed to carry out measurement of the height of the building. Oh, that one, Tinsukia one.
Yes.
Yes, what do you have to say?
Senior council is on leg in code number 1, your lordship. Can be taken after sleeping.
You are protected.
But my construction has been stalled because of.
You can't more construction.
No,
Isn't
no,
that the
eh,
world where there is a order passed by Justice Monodit Bhuyan? Isn't this the case?
Yes,
So no further construction.
yes. So
We are
it has to be
protecting
resolved.
only that the building height is okay. That was my order which was
Yes.
passed.
But
Now
there's
you are
a
protecting.
interim order in the other case, which they have filed.
What is the interim?
Your lordship. To
Interim
stop
order
the
for what?
construction. That is also listed, man.
No, interim order for what?
Stop the construction.
No. Why further construction you will make? Where is the
Inside
question
the
of
building.
making further construction?
Inside the building. Not up. Up is within the permissible level. They have stalled the construction of the entire building.
Okay, we'll consider summary. Where is the, what interim order is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Not to construct inside. How can you say that?
Order dated 25/1/2023. In WBC number 392 of 2020. This was an ex parte order, madam.
Can you file an IE?
NACPA.
Why?
No, because both those matters are tagged together.
So what? Then
So
you
we
want a
to-
vacating of an interim order?
We want to give a quietus to the whole matter. That's why we have filed the secondary petition. That order is now, your lordship has seen that it is within the, as per your lordship's order, there is a measurement and it is within the permissible level. My lord, let this matter come up at 2, my lord, but they say their senior is on like.
What?
At 2, my lord.
No,
Subject to your lordship comment.
I'm not sitting in the two. I have protected further construction,
Yeah, yes, because
not to demolish.
within the
It is-
permissible level, but
It is in accordance with it. Interim order passed earlier shall continue till the disposal of the. It is seen that a matter would require a final disposal. Well, from the materials on record, it appears that the matter can be, requires an urgent disposal. Accordingly, list this matter on 21st of January 2024. On which date an attempt shall be made, dispose of 25. To dispose of the.
Highly agree.
Yes.
Since we are in possession, and we have made representation before the deputy commissioner, lordship will find page 20. The writ petition. Page 20 in the writ petition.
What is your case?
Since we are in a possession since last 80 years of a particular plot of land,
Last
80 years,
in 1 bigha of land.
1 bigha of land from the great grandfather. Now, ultimately, there is a various representation to the deputy commissioner. Finally, in the year 2023, we have made representation before the deputy commissioner, praying that see the position. So since we are landless, so the particular plot of land may be allotted in our name, madam. That page 20 of the writ petition. That is the only case, madam, before.
That plot of land is some other authorized there also. That plot of land recorded in some other person also. But the affidavit, affidavit page 20th, paragraph 4.
There are 6.
Sorry, paragraph 4, lordship, that is some other person. That land is belongs to some other person. Paragraph 4 of our affidavit.
Who is Nalu Sheikh?
Nalusek, is the person, his name has been recorded in the particular plot of land. But she has no possession, over the said plot of land since last 80 years. We are in possession by constructing dwelling houses.
So 1 bigha is under your possession.
Madam.
But if it is in the possession of yours,
Madam.
and there is a pattada,
Madam.
how can the government allot land?
Now, under rule 116, if they don't have the possession, then the deputy commissioner has the power to delete his name from the registry of the particular plot of land. 116 of the Assam Land Revenue Regulation.
Then only mutation is cancelled.
Yes.
What happens then? Title doesn't go. Title remains as it is. Mutation does not confer a title, neither create a title. One has to be very clear on this.
Yes. And
If that is so,
yes.
pattada, some person is a pattada.
Madam.
He is the rightful owner of the land.
Madam.
You are in occupation for the last 80 years of somebody else's land, like 1 bigha. This is an established fact from here, affidavit it is mentioned. But the fact that you are in possession, does it give the right of the state to allot the land to you?
Yes,
My goodness,
that is, lordship kindly see, another point, lordship will kindly see.
why are you
Yes.
not filing a suit for adverse possession on the basis of this?
Yes, that is there.
That is the way out.
Now, page 14 for a moment, if you lordship kindly see.
Page 14, 15 won't help you. The suit is, this you who have to file a suit. Showing that, yes, I am in adverse possession, so kindly grant me title.
Well.
This is how you have to do it. And
Yes.
on the basis of the title, you have to get it. They will do it thereafter.
Now, that gentleman has given also NOC, if your lordship kindly see page 14,
Who has given NOC
the Nalu Sheikh.
to you?
Yes.
NOC for what?
It says.
For your name to be recorded.
Yes.
Now tell me, can I give you, can there be a transfer by way of an NOC?
Yes, that's.
Let us also be more
that
clever.
is there.
How is it that these type of works happen? Yes, Mr. Gustami, is it possible? Huh? We should, I think, because of him, we should start writing the Transfer of Property Act differently. What do you say?
No.
So what to do?
We'll file my lord appropriate petition before the appropriate forum, my lord.
You file a suit. Taking into account this aspect, it would be better you file a suit for seeking title on the basis of adverse possession.
Right.
Mr. M. U. Mondal, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner, submits that from the affidavit in opposition filed by the Circle Officer Bilasipara, Revenue Circle, it categorically appears that out of 2 bighas, 2 kathas, 12 letters of land covered by Dag number 421 of Patta number and included in Patta number 233 of Revenue Village, Fakirin Jhar, Part 2, under Bilasipara Revenue Circle. The petitioner herein is in possession of 1 bigha of land. This aspect of the matter has been duly admitted by the circle officer in the instant proceedings. In addition to that, the learned counsel submits that the petitioner is in occupation of the possession of the said land for the last 80 years. And as such, by right of adverse possession, the petitioner has title over the said land. This court, taking into account the said submission, inquired with the learned counsel appearing on the behalf of the petitioner as to whether this proceeding and whether the proceedings before this court can be the appropriate proceeding for deciding as to whether the petitioner has adverse possession over the said land and thereby title is conferred thereupon. The learned counsel submits that the petitioner would be well advised to approach the appropriate civil court seeking right title and interest on the basis of adverse possession, as well as the other materials on the basis of the various materials, including the affidavit filed by the circle officer Bilasipara Revenue Circle. He therefore submits that the petitioner would like to withdraw the instant petition and file a suit before the competent court of civil jurisdiction, seeking appropriate declaration of right title in interest as well as for confirmation of possession. Taking into account the above, the instant petition stands closed. It is, however, observed that the withdrawal of the instant petitions would not prejudice the petitioner in such suit, which the would not prejudice the petitioner in any suit filed by the petitioner seeking declaration of right title and interest along with confirmation of possession.
13,
Yes, I will put some time for filing my affidavit because the board has changed. Therefore, I request some time.
Mr. S.S. Roy, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of
Respondent number 2 and 3.
respondent number 2 and 3 submits that taking into account that the board have recently changed, he requires some time for filing the affidavit. This matter on 22nd of January 2025. In the meantime, the affidavit be filed.
Let it be on 25th, Lordship. 22nd.
Why? 1 day before,
Because I will not be there, Lordship. And on 22nd, I will not be there.
22nd you are not there, 20.
Lordship, can it be after that, Lordship?
10/1/2025.
Can it be on 25th along with that matter, Your Lordship? Can it be on 25th
Of
January?
January. It will be on 5th of February 2025.
Value of this.
14,
Maybe the law.
Yes.
And you see the last para, madam, of your last order, madam. There are 7 and 8, madam.
Oh, yes, these matters, three matters, na? আর দুখন আছে নেকি? There are three more matters,
Yes,
na?
sir. Two, total three, total three.
Total three. Yes, what has happened?
The
Verification?
verification has been done. Third party verification is there. The latest development is that yesterday committee has been constituted to verify everything and then start payment. That is the latest development yesterday.
এই তিনিখন expedition দিয়কচোন। So as per you, you have already completed the verification because verification happened long time back.
There cannot be a verification.
Now
last
obviously you
verification
cannot.
have-
So verification has been done at that point of time.
They are the point of
Now-
termination.
You have set up now a committee
The verification has
to
been done.
verify the amounts eligible. And on the basis thereof, the payments will be
Payments.
made.
Please, for the committee verified, that is the latest development yesterday.
How much time?
That committee is there, it will take some time because payments have
How?
3 months time. 3 months time.
We dispose it of directing you to make the verification and if entitled to make the payment within 3 months. Heard Mr. S.P. Das, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioners in the instant batch of writ petitions. Mr. S. Bora appears on behalf of the Guwahati Municipal Corporation. The instant batch of three writ petitions are taken up together for disposal, taking into account that the facts in respect to the three writ petitions are similar.
Package numbers are different. Package numbers are different.
Facts are similar. The petitioner in WPC number 5882/2024 was granted a contract for
Madam, page number 106. For
Granted a
cleaning, disinfecting
contract.
and maintaining of city drains.
was granted a contract for
10
cleaning, desilting and maintenance of all city drains in Guwahati city for the year 2020-21, package number C and D/25 at a contract price of rupees 1,87,45,960. The petitioner in WPC number 5918/2024 was granted a contract for a বাকিখিনি সব লিখে দেবো।
Same page, madam,
Resulting at
106.
so and so, package number C and D/41 at a contract price of rupees 93,94,575.
24.
No, 24,000. The petitioner, it was some other paragraph. The petitioner in WPC number 5890 was granted a contract for for it package number CD/57 at a contract price of rupees 1,29,77,376. The records reveals that all these packages, the contracts of the three petitioners were terminated on 12/6/2021 by separate communications. And it was also mentioned in those communications that the executed quantity of work as on 12/6/2021 would be measured within short time by the concerned divisional engineer in presence of the third-party monitoring agency engaged by the GMC. This court upon filing of these writ petitions, had issued notice on 18/11/2024, seeking instructions from the GMC as to whether physical measurements were carried out upon termination, and as to what amounts the petitioners would be entitled to. Mr. Espora, the learned standing counsel of the GMC, submitted that immediately upon termination of the contracts of the petitioners by separate communications dated 12/6/2021, physical measurements of the works executed by the petitioners were carried out. These physical measurements, which were carried out, is now being verified by our verification committee to ascertain the exact amount to which the petitioners are entitled to. And it is upon such verification being carried out, the petitioners would be made their payments. This court further inquired with the standing counsel as to how much time would be required, taking into account that the physical measurement was carried out in the year 2021. He submits that within a period of 3 months from today, the verifications as regards the entitlement of the petitioners would be carried out and the payment would be disbursed. So taking into account the said stand of the GMC authorities, this court disposes of the incident with petitions, thereby directing the GMC to carry out the verifications as regards the petitioner's entitlement and to disburse and upon verification, if it is found that the petitioners are entitled to any amount, to disburse the said amounts. This court further directs the respondent numbers 2 and 3 specifically to carry out the said exercise within a period of 3 months from the date of the instant judgment, instant order.
In our performance guarantees are also blocked, madam.
Huh?
My performance guarantee and this money that are also not in this, madam. There is no such fear, madam. There is no such fear.
24,
While carrying out it is further observed that while carrying out the said verification, the verifying authority shall also duly take note of that the performance guarantees so submitted by the petitioner have not yet been released.
M24,
Yes,
I am appearing for expert number 4, your lordship. I have filed my affidavit yesterday, your lordship.
Lordship, can they allow 1 with time, Lordship? I will file affidavit in reply, Lordship.
it has been brought to the notice of this court that the respondent number 4 had filed the affidavit in opposition on 21/11/2024. So accordingly, list this matter again on 10th of January 2025. In the meantime, the petitioner would be at liberty to file the reply.
25,
Yes, somebody wants to file a reply. Affidavit has not been filed.
No, madam.
Yes, where is the? Yes, madam. You are CGSE.
Yes. H Gupta will appear.
Should we go to him or he should come to the court?
Yes, Lordship, we should come to the court where respondent number one for, I think, FCI council,
FCI council.
pending council is there.
Respondent number,
FCI is there.
who is FCI?
Food Corporation of India, my lord.
That I know, but who is the council for the FCI?
Sorry, Gupta, my lord.
Huh?
H. Gupta.
H. Gupta. I should have noticed, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Refund the principal security along with additional security deposit of Iman. This court specifically directed the respondents to file the affidavit. Neither the affidavit was filed, nor the counsel representing the respondents, Mr. H. Gupta, is present. For the end of justice, the matter stands adjourned to be listed again on 8th of January 2025. It is observed that if no affidavit is filed on behalf of the respondents on or before 6th of January 2024, the instant writ petition, this court would pass appropriate orders, would take up the material writ petition for consideration on the basis of the materials already available on record.
For orders, item 17.
If it has been filed, my lord, as per direction of the Honorable Court.
Your lordship, I pray that matter be taken after some time, lordship. Mr. B. Gogoi will appear, lordship. He's in court one, lordship. We have received the affidavit.
What is this? Has been filed by the petitioner challenging the expression of interest dated as well as for setting aside and quashing the RPL. It is seen that pursuant to the filing, there was a direction on remand by this court not to finalize the process in pursuant. Okay. Thank you. Yes, we have filed the affidavit.
Affidavit has been filed, my lord.
Let us see that.
That's why it's on 19th. It has to-
So nothing remains.
Lordship,
What is that out here? The criminal court is taking into account.
Lordship, after some time, lordship,
Nothing.
Mr. B.
You have no business now. Everything has been done. Well, there is a criminal investigation being carried out. There is a criminal case going on. Nothing remains.
Take it up tomorrow, lordship. Lordship, you want to address
Absolutely
some,
no. Tomorrow you come. I am not going to come.
lordship on Monday, sorry, lordship.
You have no case now. What have you challenged? See, what is your petition? See,
Lordship, I'll just.
expression of interest, everything is over. Read in the nature of quashing and setting aside the RPF. RPF is over. I read in the nature of mandamus should be directing their divert, transfer the items of the Iman so and so. Nothing remains. Your prayer is finished.
After some time, lordship, he will just be here.
No. He wanted on the last occasion, I remember when the matter was taken up, he wanted some solace to the effect that something is there. Now everything is there. Now charge sheet has been filed. Criminal trial is going on. Nothing remains. Call him. Last item. Last item now.
Shiva, I'll just call him now. Shiva.
Ah,
Deeply obliged.
that is the solace you are getting.
Eighteen and 19.
My lord, in item 18, my lord, there's an order passed by the Lower Bengal Court, my lord. Dated 24/9/2024, my lord, service upon the respondent number 5 is completed.
Yeah, I received that's me, right?
Yes, yes. It's your manager. He has been made.
No, I'm not. See,
He's 6. 5 is, oh,
I am fine. I have
So why the matters come up today?
my lord, for orders, my lord.
Perusal of the internet generated server is available on confirmed delivery. So service is complete.
Service is complete.
I appear for ITC, I'll file my reply.
You file your reply.
No, I have to file.
You'll have your file.
My lord, the stand of the government is very much required in this. They also may be directed.
Why should I ask? If the state government does not say what do I do?
As far as this case is concerned, the certificate against which he has come, that has been stayed by its honorable court in item number 19.
Certificate.
Yes.
Okay.
The proceedings for the
You are
market.
appealing for ITC.
I'm appearing for ITC. Dr. Jesus, this is the order which has been passed.
You are there in this matter.
My lord.
19.
I'm there, my lord.
You have filed your reply.
I filed my reply.
No, it is not here. When did you file? Taking into account the service being complete in both the matters, the same be placed for admission on 29th of January 2025. In the meantime, the parties would be at liberty to exchange in the meantime, the parties are given the liberty to exchange the pleadings.
Dr. Interim order passed in 18 May.
Interim order passed in WPC number 5398/2023 stands extended till the next day.
Okay. Deeply obliged.
Supplementary item 26.
Earlier they had time.
No affidavit filed. Hello, we ask for the personal appearance of who is the person concerned. Manish. Animal husbandry. What is the direction?
Please, Lordship.
If such a representation is submitted by the petitioner within 3 months. So you submitted a representation and the representation has not been disposed of. You know? And we asked them to file a reply, they have not filed the reply also.
That,
Can't help it.
council is coming, Lordship, he is on.
Hmm?
Kindly pass over the meter for timely.
This is the last. There is another one.
Yes.
We'll take it up. Okay.
Yes.
27.
Yes, madam, did you get it?
Wait, please, your lordship. Lordship,
What
we
is there?
have submitted the affidavit, we have filed the affidavit on application on Wednesday itself.
What about those two lots, components?
I'm for respondent 2 to 5, your lordship.
Understood. You are the main person who is causing the problem.
May I, if I may be allowed to submit, your lordship, this matter, actually the agreement, first the NIT ATDS DCL had floated the tender for operation development and management of 12 infrastructure, for 13 infrastructures. Thereafter, your lordship, when the agreement was executed, we added another point. It was, we added another infrastructure, which is the boundary wall. So basically the agreement pertains to all the facilities that is developed or constructed by Assam Tourism Development Corporation, we can give it to to a tenderer, basically. So, but what happens thereafter is that after we have handed over, when we were handing over, so we also had to bring in the SDO and the KKEP, which is the Koya Kujia Eco Park Committee. So they said there were some kind of there was some kind of issues regarding who has built the parking, the boundary wall, and the photo gallery. So eventually, what happens? The 12 infrastructures gets gets delivered to the petitioner, and he is running those 12 infrastructures. The amount of the performance guarantee and the annual rental for a year was also paid by the petitioner. Thereafter, no, the annual rental was paid on 18/4/2023. Thereafter, no rental has been paid. So it is not a case that, that he is right now running at a loss. He is actually operating all those facilities. That is an admitted position. And also, your lordship, thereafter, there were multiple communication discussions where the petitioner was also a part of these meetings, where it was decided that the parking was actually cleaned by us, and we had done a surface cleaning, and we had done a little bit of work on that. So they, as you said, this parking has not been developed by you, so you cannot hand over this parking to them, and also the boundary wall. But there is still a discussion, because it is a fact that boundary wall is actually built by Assam Tourism. So that kind of a discussion is still going on. The petitioner is a part of those discussions. We have even suggested that in the KKEP committee, development committee that I just mentioned, that the petitioner should also be a part. So we want to do it mutually. So we want to go ahead in that respect. And if there is any issue, there is in the affidavit in opposition, I have also mentioned that, your lordship, there is a severability and a modification clause. If there is a problem with the other two infrastructures, that infrastructure number 13 or 14, if we call it, so we can do a severability clause and come out of that. And we know that they are saying that parking is a revenue generated facility. So we are in talks. It is not that this communication discussions are completely closed out. So the committee is still they are contemplating how this can be handed over to them. We do not have the jurisdiction to hand over that. So the SDO has to hand over the parking and the boundary wall to the petitioner. So as far as our jurisdiction falls, we have handed over all the 12 infrastructure. This is not withstanding the fact that we have built the other 14, all total 14 infrastructures. The SDO and the
Have you handed over the remaining
12 we have handed over, and the petitioner is running those 12 infrastructures. And so that is my submission right now.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
On and off, Lord. Because they are handling the gates and everything. So they sometimes lock the gate. I have to take the permission to enter my for the other infrastructure. They close
who is having the control of the gate?
the gate and the parking is controlled by the SDO, Lord. What when there was a committee, Bayakuzia Eco Park Committee, that were running managing the entire Eco Park, Lord, prior to this tender. Lord. They were running this thing right from 2025 most probably. And the SDO was the ex-officio chairman of that committee. After the ATDCL has plotted the tender, I became the successful lessee, Lord. And therefore, they have handed over 12 infrastructures. The remaining 2 infrastructures, parking and the gate, that has not been handed over to me, Lord. I have given multiple representations, but they are not refusing to hand it over to me, Lord. And in their affidavit, they have already admitted, my lord, that the gate and parking has been developed by them.
Absolutely. It is an admitted position, your lordship, and we admit that we have developed, but the SDO is of another opinion. The development committee is of another opinion that it is not developed by us. So there is this meeting, that is convened with ATDCL, with the KKEP committee, the SDO and the petitioner. So that finally, because we want the infrastructure to continue, we want it to operate. So that is why there is a proposal also that is given that the parking lot and maybe handed over to the lessee by the SDO, and the parking fees may be decided. You know, they can have this consultation. And as far as the agreement of which ATDCL is concerned, with respect to the severability and the modification clause number 25.3 and 25.4, we can sever those 2 points from our side.
Hmm.
So we can float, and we can we can come up with an addendum. We can severe, and we go through that clause, and then the rest of the things, the STO, because we understand they need the parking. That is why we wanted also to give the parking and the boundary wall. So that can be discussed. between the-
Problem which is being faced is because of the gate.
Yes, problem is.
The gate, it seems that this committee out there, they don't want running of this facility through 24/7. They want that in the evening hours, you need to,
Correct, absolutely.
because
Correct.
otherwise it will lead to untoward incident.
Correct.
But who is this committee?
It is the eco park has a committee of people who is there in that area, and the SDO, and ATDCL is also a part, where we had also given a recommendation, let the petitioner also be a part of this, the tenderer or the lessee shall also be a part of this committee, because fine, eventually they all have to work in tandem. Eventually they have to all work together, so that that the facility is operated smoothly and there is no disturbance anywhere as far as the management
So
job.
This committee is a committee forming under this, there's a joint functionary committee is there, na?
That SDO will be able to respond to that.
There is a joint functionary committee of a eco development committee and all these things which are there. na?
That's it. As per our instruction, that committee is maintain the boundary wall and parking. So that committee, Oya Kujia Eco Park Development Committee.
Why, how is that committee managing? If it is a government property? Unless the government has given them some power,
Yes, that's it.
how are they managing?
Under my instruction is this. Earlier, the committee was managing everything, my lord, prior to this tender, my lord. Subsequently, government has come to a conclusion that those should be run by private parties, my lord. That's why they have floated the tender, and they've taken money from the lessees.
No, that I understand,
Yes,
but
madam.
whatever may be,
And after
if
that,
the
they should hand
committee
over
is running, the committee has to, if it is a government property, the committee
lord.
can only run on the basis of some power.
Yes, that's it.
After this agreement has been signed, they should have handed over those two properties to the lessee, my lord, but they are refusing to do that.
That instruction I have to take, Lordship. Yes,
No, there has to be some power
yes,
devolved upon them.
yes, Lordship.
They can't run the parking. Tomorrow, would you allow anybody out there to in the airport? You are also the central government in the airport. Okay, tomorrow, so and so, Mr. H. Gupta will run that. Can you permit him? No. The power has to be given by somebody,
Some-
the owner. If the government is the owner or the APT, the AT, what is this?
Assam Tourism
ATDCL.
Development Corporation
some-
Limited.
some development.
So if ATDCL is the owner of that, they have the power.
Yes,
Then why the government, more particularly the SDO, is not taking any action?
SDO himself is.
Or has
chairman
the
of that
rule of
committee, my lord.
law is no longer there in these areas?
you is the chairman of the committee, Lordship.
Understood. So SDO, the question
Yes,
is the SDO. SDO has maybe a chairman of this committee. That is a different aspect. Therefore, I'm saying these are committees made under that act or rules. These are government rules by which these committees are being made, eco development rules and eco committees. So what they have done it is taking into account that there is a requirement of these forest people within the ambit so that the facilities also are done in their presence. So these rules are being made taking into account the ST and Forest Dwellers Act. So this is on the basis of which these rules are being made. Now, the SDO the SDO happens to be one of the chairmen of these committees as per those rules. Now, the fact that if the committee does not have any authority, is if the SDO is not doing it, why shouldn't we ask the district commission to do it? Because the question is, if he has a problem in identifying himself as SDO separately and the chairman of this committee separate, so I think the district commissioner should take action.
Instruction, I have to take lordship in this.
For instructions. They categorically say that it is the parking is theirs. They have further to that, they also say that the boundary wall has been constructed by them.
Parking just
And
service.
if the SDO is not in a position to identify him separately or keep these, or put a what that wall, China wall. What do they mention? There's a wall out there, no? This is called some wall. So that wall out there, keeping it separately, that here he is an SDO, here he is the chairman of that.
As
Huh?
per our-
No. There is a specific term used there. Some wall is called. This is in, sometimes this. So if he is not in a position to do that, then I think we should ask the district commissioner.
Your lordship, if your lordship may refer to page 109, 10, 11, and 12, which is
Oh.
the annexures filed with,
Heard Mr. R. Sekhar, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner. And Ms. P. Borua, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent number 225. Kusto. I've also heard Ms. S. Borua, the learned junior government advocate, who were asked to obtain instructions. Kusto. The issue involved in the instant proceedings relate to not handing over of two components, that is parking as well as the gate, to the petitioner pursuant to the agreement entered into by and between the respondent number 2 and the petitioner. Ms. P. Borua, appearing on behalf of the respondent number 225, submits on instruction as well as on the basis of the affidavit filed by the said respondents that the parking as well as the gate, boundary wall and gate, were constructed by the ATDCL.
parking only the surface cleaning and little bit cleaning of that, because the parking is not constructed, the boundary wall is constructed.
The
Parking will be
bound
at-
submitted that, does it belong to ATDCL or not?
it belongs.
Means that the parking as well as the boundary wall and the gate belongs to the ATDCL. This court further making inquiry with the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the state respondents. This court further inquiring upon the learned counsel for the state respondent as to why the SDO, concerned SDO, is not in a position to take effective steps, taking into account that the property belongs to the ATDCL, who had entered into an agreement with the petitioner. It appears that the petitioner herein appears that the SDO concerned, while functioning as the SDA concerned, is also the chairperson of the KKEP Development Committee. And it further appears, and on the basis thereof, it is seen that and on the basis of these dual functions performed by the SDO, no effective steps have been taken. Under such circumstances, this court directs the district commissioner. Which one? District commissioner of where? Bongaigaon. To
Respondent number 6.
take effective steps to resolve the dispute and place a report before this court by filing an affidavit. list this matter again on 8th of January. Can we have it before? 18th of December. 18th of December, 2024. For the said report. For the said, for the report so directed. Ms. S. Purva, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the district commissioner, Bongaigaon, shall duly intimate the officer for doing the needful.
Lordship, a small submission, actually, it's a request that, while inadvertently, while submitting the FL operation, in the district, I mentioned Kamruk instead of Bongaigaon. I may be allowed to correct. Much obliged.
Pending item 26.
Yes, what happened? You passed the order.
One instruction is given on yesterday that they have constituted a committee, payment committee on 20th of this month, and for completing the inquiry within 7 days.
Ms. M.M. Kotuki, the learned counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent, submitted that the respondent had already constituted a committee in pursuance to the order passed by this court, and which is sitting up, which is going to assess the representation submitted by the petitioner on 28/11/2024. List this matter again on 16th, on 17th of December 2024 for an update. Madam, complete this.
Lordship. Obliged.
Item 27.
Item 17.
Yes, I've given time till 8th of January, file your affidavit.
Present.
Can't, you are not present.
Mr. B. Google is still on legs. Mr. B. Google is still on legs, Lordship. But Lordship, if your Lordship pleases, Lordship close the matter.
The instant petition was filed challenging the RPF. Challenging the, what is this RPF full form? RPF dated 7/11/2015,
Lordship,
as well as also seeking for a mandamus directing the respondent authorities not to divert or transfer the items of the NIT dated 4/8/2015 to the impugned expression of interest dated 8/6/2015 and the RPF dated 7/11/2015. It is seen from the materials on record that although there was a interim directions passed on 2/12/2015 not to finalize the process in pursuance to the notice dated 7/11/2015. But the said order was vacated by the division bench of this court in writ appeal number 410/2015 by the order dated 410/2015. By an order dated 8/1/2016. This court, by an order dated 8/11/2024, sought for a affidavit from the respondent authorities as to the status of the investigation so carried out, as well as also as regards as to whether the work pertaining to the expression of interest dated 8/6/2015 have been completed or not. To the said directions, an affidavit has been filed by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Assam, stating inter alia that pursuant to the investigations, a charge sheet was filed on 3/2/2018. Various charge sheets were filed being charge sheet number 3/2018, charge sheet number 2/2020, and charge sheet number 2/2010-20. On 3/2/2018, 10/9/2020, and 21/10/2020, respectively. The said, on the basis of the said charge sheet, a trial is going on. And as per the order dated 29/10/2024 in special case number 8/2020, the next case date is fixed on 30/12/2024 for furnishing remaining parts of the copies to the accused persons. Insofar as the work concerning the expression of interest dated 8/6/2015, the deponent of the said affidavit stated that such information could not be furnished, taking into account that all files and documents are under judicial custody. So, taking into account the above, it is the opinion of this court, nothing further remains in the instant petition, in as much as the criminal courts have already taken seized of the matter as CID. Accordingly, the instant petition stands closed. The pending applications are also closed in view of the above directions.
RFP will stand for request for proposal.
I-
Thank you.